Finally, one more thought. William Faulkner famously wrote that the past is never dead, it's not even past. This week, we had our fair share of reminders of the past remaining very much with us. In Detroit, the iconic Michigan Central Station came back from the near dead and emerged as a gleaming new home for Google and high-tech mobility.
This is going to be an innovation hub with software engineers and our Ford Pro business and many non-Ford people in the building.
Meme stocks like GameStop, which seem oh so 2021, came roaring back to life, with Keith Gill posting on social media what appeared to be a $116 million position in the stock, together with a green reverse Uno card, which seems a bit retro in and of itself.
The only people that I really dislike and loathe in this entire situation are the people who pretend that buying GameStop or buying AMC is some sort of like revolutionary act, or like sticking it to the man, or like doing that. It makes no sense. There's no there.
And speaking of social media, this week former President Trump returned to the question of TikTok, but came up with a very different answer this time. When he was president, he wanted to ban it. Now that he's on a quest to attract young voters, he's decided he'd rather join it.
The president is now on TikTok. It's my honor.
And when it comes to politics, what could be more nostalgic than a rematch of Trump and Biden? Something we saw most recently only 4 years ago.
I have never tried to forecast the outcome of an election where you had the current incumbent running against a former incumbent.
In big media this week, we saw two very different examples of the past not ever fully going away, as Rupert Murdoch got married for the 5th time at the mature age of 93 to a woman 26 years his junior. But Mr. Murdoch's marriage may have been eclipsed by a bigger union in the media world as Paramount moved toward merging with David Ellison's Skydance studio, something that's been in the works for a while now, and that is very much driven by the media revolution of streaming, which is yet another example of the past never being entirely behind us. We've had periodic upsets in the media world that almost always bring corporate shakeups. When I went to Cap Cities ABC in 1991, broadcast television was in the process of being turned upside down by what we used to call basic cable, a new way to get better reception of network reruns that turned into a powerhouse of original programming tailor-made for particular audiences, everything from drama to sports to news to cooking. And as much as we talked about it, too many of us at the network told ourselves that this upstart cable could never challenge the strength of the networks. But it's safe to say that was a simpler and occasionally more ridiculous time.
The decision has been passed down to make Veronica our co-anchor. No!
Let's hope that as big media makes the big transition this time, we can leave some of the past truly behind us.